Jet Mercurio's Bodyguard is edge-of-your-seat stuff, and it's been proving to be slightly too tense for some viewers. David Budd, played by Richard Madden, had yet another torrid time in tonight's episode after his children's school was targeted by terrorists. In what were genuinely harrowing scenes, David's children's school was almost destroyed by a lorry, which was stopped in the nick of time by brave police officers. David's family were put into protective custody, yet they've clearly been targeted as a result of his heroic actions in the first episode. That said, there's a strong possibility that the torment for David's estranged wife and 2 children hasn't ended yet, especially since he's now getting closer with Home Secretary Julia Montague. Keely Hawes. They started a relationship in tonight's episode after Julia was the victim of a sniper attack and was saved by David, who yet again proved himself to be a true hero. However, the shooter turned out to be one of David's fellow war veterans, and before taking his own life, the ex-SOLer asked the bodyguard to finish what he started. David's now entangled in a twisted political and terrorist battle which he didn't ask to be, and this, along with his recent developments with Julia, may be about to put his family in even more peril. Richard recently spoke about his bodyguard character and revealed the great love David has for his family, as well as his battles with mental health. David's a man adjusting to civilian life and dealing with some of his own mental health issues, he said. And he is still deeply in love with his wife, Vicky, who he's separated from, and he's guilty and regretful over how their relationship has panned out. Richard went on to discuss what it was like working with Sophie Rundle, who played David's estranged wife, Vicky Budd, in the series. The scenes between David and her character Vicky show David at his most vulnerable, but also at his most vicious, he said. He continued, when he's looking at Sophie, his wife, David's looking in a mirror at all of the things that have gone wrong in his life and how he wants to fix them. But he's still incapable of doing so. He's wrestling his demons, and he thinks he can do that alone, whilst trying to function in a world that's quite dysfunctional, he finished, because he's not engaging with actually what is going on with him. Who knows the lengths David would go to should his family be put in any more danger. He already disagrees with Julia on a political level, and after the failed attempt made on her life, she'll only become more aggressive in her actions against terrorism and war in general. David's already got a massive dilemma on his hands: protect the Home Secretary or finish what his fellow war veteran started, which David fundamentally disagrees with. It's going to be thrilling to see what happens next, and there will be tense and somewhat disturbing scenes ahead no matter what David decides to do. Bodyguard's 3rd episode will air on BBC One next Sunday at 9 p.m.